Digital innovation. I think this is a big one. Technology today is everywhere. Customers are never more than an arm's length away from their smartphones, their tablets, or their wearables. Digital innovation is about engaging with customers where their eyes are. It's about understanding that customers didn't see the 7 billboards from the airport to this convention center, not because they weren't looking out the window, but because most of them are so busy texting they aren't even looking at the road anymore. Digital innovation is about speed. It's about understanding that customers consume content in hyperspeed with a swipe of a finger. More than that, it's about realizing that there is no more B2B, there is no more B2C. It's about H2H, human to human. It's about engaging with customers in a humanistic way. Kinetic Events salutes and recognizes organizations that have been innovative in their approach to digital engagements through a seamless multi-platform approach. The finalists in this category are Lulaland, MultiChoice, Snap and Save, GT Bank, we've all been there, spree.co.za. And the 2017 winner of the CXA Digital Innovator Award is Spree. You get your hands up, you get your hands up, hands up. It's your time, get your hands up, you get your hands up, you get your hands up,
So given the competition, I didn't prepare a speech, but I'm very proud of our little team. We released a product that basically does visual search on the Spree app, and it's the first of its kind in Africa. Bongani was our developer on it, and we had a very lean team of 4 people, and we got it out in under 5 weeks. So yeah, thanks guys.
We're welcoming Bongani Ntila, Senior iOS Developer from Spree, who was nominated and won in the Digital Innovator Award at the CXA Africa Awards. So, Bongani, like moving on to you, I've got a few questions for you. Pertaining to the category that you were nominated and won for, what do you feel about the category Digital Innovator?
I think it's fairly an important category in the awards because it's all about maybe tech companies that push tech to the limits, that are asking a question as to what can technology do for us instead of what can we use technology for. It's more like pushing the technology to the boundaries to get what you want or to enhance customer experience. Yeah.
What projects were you involved in leading up to this nomination? Is there anything specific that you guys were involved in?
Yeah, to be specific, we did an app called Visual Search. So I'll tell you how it works. So how it works is you, on an online shopping app, we have a feature called Visual Search. You take a photo of an item that you want, and then we run our database to see if we have a similar product. So for instance, if let's say maybe you saw a celeb wearing a jacket on Twitter, Instagram, whatsoever, you can just take the picture and upload it, and then we'll give you the items that they're wearing that Spree has in our databases. So it's basically, it's an advanced way of searching. It's like, because sometimes people could see that actually I like that jacket, I like that trouser, but I don't know how to wear it. I don't know what case it falls under. But instead of that, because it leads to confusion, get people, they know what they want visually, but they can't wear it. they can't do a search because we have a search. What they will do is they just upload a picture and then we'll return the results of similar products that we have. So for instance, if I take a picture of your jacket now, we look at the texture, we look at the color, we look at the style as well. That's what makes a difference because there is Amazon does have the same similar thing, but they're not quite successful because it doesn't look at the texture. For us, we look at the texture. So for instance, if I take a picture of a sweat, I'll be able to return you sweat products, not necessarily looking at the style, looking at the texture as well. Yeah, just only the color.
That's fantastic. What technology leading up to this process were you guys using? Are there any specific vendors that you'd like to, speak about?
Yeah, so actually what we did is we use machine learning. So we feed it with our database, then it takes whatever picture that you upload to our service and it compares it to the Spree catalog, and then we return you the products that we have that are similar to your style. So actually what we did is we did a bit of advanced machine learning there to achieve the results. Yeah.
Where do you feel that artificial intelligence is going in Africa? Is this something that you could replicate within the African continent?
That's quite true. I feel like there's still a bit there's still a room for improvement for specifically artificial intelligence in South Africa, but in Africa, particularly as a continent, because artificial intelligence, well, how I see it's all about saying how much more work can I delegate to technology, just like the features that I just described now. So now the machine learns to understand. So we're trying to humanize technology. So for me, I see a future there.
That's a very interesting question because I was actually about to say that. Human versus tech. How do you guys keep the human touch? This is the customer centricity awards. So how do you keep a human touch when you're using artificial intelligence?
The interesting thing about us, particularly Spree, we understand the customer. We're all about improving customer experience. So for us, technology is technology, but what we care more about is the customer. So as long as we can use technology to enhance our customer services, we will push it to its boundaries. So for us, we put our customers first. So whatever we do, it has to have human elements or human engagement or human. It doesn't have to replace people, but it has to enhance the way, improve their lives regularly.
That's a very interesting takeaway. I had a conversation with a gentleman who said he walked into a customer experience awards and the primary focus was robotics, where they said 80% of the people sitting in the room will not have a job in 2 years' time. Now, obviously, this doesn't apply to Africa at the moment, but where do you see customer experience developing in the next 10 years' time?
Basically, probably in the next 10 years' time, I understand that the gentleman you talk about the robotics. Okay, I'll go back to robotics. I still feel like that statement is not really true. You see, technology, it's meant to enhance people's life. So the moment it threatens or it replaces human, it serves another purpose entirely. So I don't necessarily believe in using technology to replace people. I prefer rather using it to enhance people's lives. So I see a future there.
I hear you. Why do you think the CXA Africa Awards are important to the customer experience industry?
They're quite important because they motivate the game changers, the digital innovators, or whatsoever category to do better actually. Because just for us, since we won, we actually up the game. Like now, oh wow, it's quite impressive to see that your work that you do is recognized in Africa, particularly not South Africa. So it challenges us and it pushes us to do better for our customers.
That's amazing. What do you feel you're a software developer, but you're winning a customer experience award. What do you feel or what do you think is driving the industry forward? What is the future of customer experience in your opinion?
Well, in my opinion, it's the future of customer experience. It's technology utilized the right way to benefit human species, particularly. So as long as it's driven to help human, that's how I see it. That's why we do what we do. We do what we do to give a better shopping experience, to make a difference. So as long as it doesn't enhance or makes a difference, it means nothing to us.
What are your highlights of the evening? Key takeaways besides winning?
Okay, well, the show was great. People were dressed up nicely, and the event was just amazing. Yeah, I just had a great time.
Lastly, what would you like to say to anyone who didn't attend this event?
Well, I have to say they missed out.
That's great, Bongani. That's Bongani Ntila, senior software developer from Spree.